Charles Amita. So you're now tuned into I Don't Know That's Perfect. I am Mario from Southside, and today we are having another special installment of sketchy interviews in hotels across the country.
Yeah.
Clearly, I am joking, but that seems to be the pattern for us, especially now that we travel. But we were fortunate enough to be able to get to travel and do interviews with more people outside of Texas, and because of that, today I'm sitting with the actual Las Vegas native, Amy Jamie.
Yep.
How
What's
are
up?
you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm well. It's such a pleasure to meet you. I'm
It's
so
such a
glad that we were
pleasure.
able to make this happen kind of last minute, but
You
here
know,
we are.
yeah.
So
Here we
um,
are. We
so
made it.
just those that are like listening and watching, go ahead and give a little background as to who you are and what you
Yep.
do.
So my name is Amy Jamie. Original name is Amy Jaime, but everybody's been calling me Amy Jamie since I could remember, since like kindergarten. So it has a ring to it. I'm from Vegas, born and raised. I was actually raised in a small town that's like 45 minutes away from Vegas. A lot of people don't know that. So that's like a huge fun fact about me. But yeah, so technically I was raised in Vegas, so I can claim two places.
There you go. There
Yeah.
you go. A little fun fact.
Yeah.
So tell me about how you got started off making music. How long have you been singing for now?
I've been singing since I was 9 years old. So I'm 24 now, but I've been making music originally since 2020. So once the pandemic hit, that's when like I was like, I want to make music.
Yeah,
wanna do
that's
something
when you kind of
different.
got more, a little bit serious about it.
Yeah.
What kind of, once you got to that point, what kind of gave you that little reassurance that you were gonna for sure throw yourself full throttle into it?
I don't know. So originally, actually, I got into management. So I was managing an artist for a couple months. It was a
Okay.
rapper out here in Vegas. I got him a couple shows, but I mean, it wasn't really working out like on his end and then on my end. So I was like, you know what? I ended up dropping him, and so after that, I didn't even know if I wanted to do anything with music at all. So I was just like, maybe I don't even want to do this. Maybe
You
I
kind
do.
of
Yeah.
stand still.
Yeah. So then sometime around this time actually, there was an engineer who hit me up. It was like fate, honestly. So
Yeah.
an engineer hit me up that I didn't even know. He just moved to Vegas, and he
Oh,
was
wow.
like, "Hey, wanted to know if you did music," and I didn't even do music at the time,
Oh, really?
like at all. So this was like fate. Like I didn't even know anybody that did music in
Yeah.
Vegas. I didn't
Oh,
know
wow.
nothing. So it was just fate.
Yeah.
And then from there, I was like, I'm just gonna drop a bunch of stuff and see where it goes.
And where did you get your influences that kind of help build your sound?
I would say Mariah Carey.
Okay, I
Yeah.
can hear that in there.
Yeah, Mariah Carey. Who else? I really like Selena. Selena, obviously.
Always a go-to.
Yeah. Jenny Rivera. She's dope.
Okay, yeah, you go into Spanish too. That's
Different.
what I like about it too.
Different. Yeah.
Definitely stand out.
I like her story. I
Yeah.
like her story the most. Who else? Kanye West.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
you get into a little bit more of the creative side of things.
Yeah. Kanye
Okay.
West. I like his creativity with a lot of things, like not just music but fashion too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
A little outspoken there, here and there.
Yeah.
So since you started getting into the music, you said that you didn't really know how or didn't know a lot of people that made music here in Vegas.
Yeah.
Has that changed since then?
Yeah.
Did it feel like did you have to like build a networking as far as that?
Yeah. Basically, how I started was okay. I'm gonna figure out who's who
Yeah.
in the local scene first, and then dip my feet into the local scene, and then expand.
Is there any local favorites that you'd like to get some shout outs to? That we should check?
Local favorites. There's quite a few.
Yeah.
Christian Matute. He's an audio engineer. And then who else? Damn, there's a few artists here that I'm like trying to think.
Yeah, when I was trying to go through, there was like it's kind of hard whenever I try to like
Oh yeah.
plan to go somewhere and then try to look up, see what the local scene is like because you don't really know the local scene unless
Yeah.
you're from here, you know?
Yeah,
So
for
it's,
sure.
but I definitely came across a few different brands and like just sounds and it has its challenges. Like
Yeah,
any
it
other
has
city,
its
you know?
challenges. Yeah, for sure.
Have you yourself ever been to Texas?
I haven't. I want to
No.
go.
Yeah, that would
I
be
want
cool to
to.
have you go out there and do some shows or just some networking.
Yeah,
out there,
for
you know?
sure. Yeah.
Did the as your experience as a artist manager, has that helped you with your career?
Yeah, it has. Yeah, it helped me like understand the business side more, like management, just the business side in
Yeah.
general with music.
What are some memorable goals that you've achieved along the way since you started getting more serious with it?
Getting out of town shows.
Yeah.
Out of town shows. That was
Okay.
like a big goal of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Even though like that's not like the biggest goal that I have, but like that's just like a
Yeah, something
small.
big to do.
Yes, that's big to me right
Yeah,
now.
of
You know.
course.
So yeah. So an out of town show. What else? Networking with other artists that are not from Vegas.
Okay.
I
Just
have like
expanding.
yeah. I have a little fan base in the UK.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's
That's so
cool.
cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
And they listen to all your Spanish stuff too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You have to plan a tour out there.
I
Go out there,
would.
expand.
Yeah, the UK is cool. I've never been, but
Yeah, neither have I.
Yeah.
All I've ever gone to is just Mexico.
oh yeah, me too.
What part of Mexico have you been to?
Guadalajara. What else? Aguascalientes.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, my family's from Guanajuato, so I've gone out there. We were recently out there. Me and my girlfriend, we went for a trip. We went to DF and then we went to Guanajuato. So it was. I love Mexico. There's like nothing
It's
you can
cool.
ever not like about
Yeah.
it. You know?
Yeah, nothing like here.
Are you? Is your first language Spanish or?
Yes, actually, it is.
So did you start off making Spanish music, or was that just something you kind of can do as an extra?
Yeah, like as an extra, because I grew up on a lot of R&B.
Yeah,
On a lot of
okay.
R&B. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
See, I was never huge into R&B up until maybe like over the last 5-6 years of
Oh,
new
okay.
R&B. But there's some oldies that I've been introduced to that are some classics that I.
Yeah.
I'm like, I should have listened to R&B back then, you know.
yeah, because my uncles, I grew up with my uncles, so R&B, rap, hip hop.
Yeah,
Yeah, those were like the staples for sure.
that's awesome.
And then
yeah.
Spanish music, of course, but like that's what they listened to because they were really young at the
It's more
time. So,
popular.
yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
So that's
Do people ever get caught off guard whenever you start pulling out Spanish music or anything like that? 'Cause
no.
I feel like that's such a kind of a rarity nowadays, like for an artist to kind of do both. Especially now
yeah.
since like Spanish music is so popular.
Popular now,
You know, you see
yeah.
everything that's happening with Bad Bunny and just Caliuchis and just everybody, you know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
such a huge market now, and I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes a lot of artists don't take advantage of that whenever they are bilingual or can
Yeah.
actually pull that off. Because I mean, I don't know anything about singing, but I would
Yeah.
imagine it's a little bit tricky when you go from one language to the other.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
I would say so.
Have you ever had any trouble there, or whenever you do perform, do you still go back and forth between the Spanish and the English?
You know, I've only done like just my English songs when I
Really?
perform. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know why, but you know, I have to venture into that
Just
too.
waiting for the right time.
Yeah.
That's good. So, as somebody who's visiting Vegas from out of town,
Yeah.
this is our first official time kind of exploring the city. What are some local spots that you recommend people to come check out if they do come to Vegas, other than the Strip, obviously?
Fremont downtown.
Fremont,
Yeah,
okay.
downtown Las Vegas. There's a lot of good bars. If you're not into bars though, because some people just don't want to.
Drink.
Yeah.
So that's me right now. I'm kind of suffering.
Yeah. I would say there's Red Rock. Red Rock is pretty cool. It's just super naturey. You can go hike.
There's a lot of outdoors and trails and stuff like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what I've always heard about it. Like, especially people that don't like to just come party and gamble. Has Vegas? I mean, all I've ever, or I feel like all anybody ever really knows from Vegas, just from what they see on
Yeah,
movies.
partying.
Has it changed to you guys, or just from what y'all have experienced growing up here? Or has it always kind of been the same?
I feel like it's always been the same. It
Yeah.
just really depends on who you hang out with, because there's some people who've, experienced partying like at
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
And then
that's
there's some
crazy.
people who haven't, and then they don't experience it until like they're like 18
older,
or like
yeah.
21. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah,
So-
it just really depends. Everybody's experience growing up in Vegas is different, I guess, just
Yeah.
depending on who you grew up with. But I guess we could all relate, because there's like a lot of things that like maybe to you it's not normal. Like I always thought like smoking, like cigarettes and like
All
I don't know.
that
I don't know
is-
if you like went to the obviously when in the airport, like gambling is like
Oh yeah. it's
yeah
just
in the
there.
morning
Yeah.
like 6 a.m. and people were smoking
was
cigarettes.
it ever a culture shock whenever I guess you traveled out of state for the first time and just realized like, oh wait, like we not everybody does this.
Yeah. Not everything's open 24 hours. That's crazy
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, no, it sucks in Texas. Like
Yeah.
liquor stores are closed on Sundays, and
That's
we can only-
crazy.
we can only get like liquor till like what 9 to 10 or at midnight Sundays. Yeah, so
Oh my
like, we have
God.
cutoff times over here. It's like
That's crazy.
if you don't know any better, it's easy. I'm pretty sure it's easy to get just hooked on all more
Yeah.
freedom you have over here. You know.
Yeah, we have everything.
Is that like
honestly.
is that something that you guys ever experienced? Like a lot, like people that you knew, they kind of like fell into that, or because you guys are from here, is that
Um,
something that you just kind of know how to
for some
fight off?
people,
Yeah,
yeah, you can get addicted to gambling, because like we have access to it.
yeah,
You know, gambling, alcohol, obviously,
yeah.
24-hour access. It's crazy.
Was that like whenever y'all were in high school? Was that like the thing to do to like come out to the strip or do stuff like that, or like were
Oh.
you guys just burnt out from it?
For some people, yeah, for
Yeah,
some people, they want to experience it really young. They're curious, you know what I
yeah.
mean? Yeah. I was kind of curious, but not too much.
Hmm.
But the strip has never really been. I mean, it's cool.
Yeah,
The strip is cool. It's pretty, I
it's a lot of
guess.
walking.
It's a lot of
It's
walking, yeah. It
very
looks small,
exhausting.
though. Like,
Yeah.
if you're on Google Maps and you
Oh
have,
yeah.
like, that
In
view.
comparison to the
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
city.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. 'Cause
It looks walkable, but it's a lot of walking.
we attempted it, and I wore boots the first night.
That's
and,
crazy.
No,
Yeah.
I'm still recovering. My shins are still splinting.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm learning that now. And
Yeah.
I was told before I came to just prep for the walking because it is a lot. So
Yeah, it is a lot of walking. It doesn't look like it, but it is.
And so like going back to your music, is there any recent projects that you've dropped?
I haven't dropped a project yet, but I'm working on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any more that you can talk about?
I'm actually coming out with a single. It's
Okay.
called Climb. It's gonna be out mid-June, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was originally supposed to come out in May, but I had to like
Move some
backtrack.
things
Yeah,
around.
yeah, I had to move some things around.
Yeah.
So you know.
And so that's gonna lead up to the project.
Yeah. No, 3 more singles and then a
Okay.
project. Yes.
Just build up for it.
Uh-huh.
So is the project still in the works, or is it something you kind of have in the vault?
No, it's in the works.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you do all your recording with Christian?
Yes. Uh-huh.
How's that process work for you guys? Like whenever you have like an idea, or does he come to you with an idea, or like how does that work? The chemistry between y'all?
Honestly, recording sometimes for me, and I don't know if any other artists can feel this way, you know, it's a hassle sometimes for me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even gonna lie, it's a hassle for me. And I know it's probably like, wow, like you love it. Like, I do love it, but like sometimes I have like a creative burnout and I
Okay.
can't think of anything.
Kind of have to step away
Yeah,
from that.
yeah. But most of the times, like, usually it's, come up with ideas. Or maybe like him, like sometimes, it's like a 50-50
Yeah.
type thing. Yeah.
Do you know how to play instruments?
I used to know how to play the flute, but I don't know if I remember. Yeah, this is a long time ago though.
I was only curious just because a lot of artists, like especially in
Yeah.
singing, you have to like really understand music. And
Yeah.
I've always been interested in the thought process of like what it goes to writing lyrics, especially when you
Yeah.
had to sing them and holding for bars and all that other intricate stuff.
Crazy.
What was that process as far as learning how to put
it's
songs
like,
together?
Oh, yeah. It was hard. At
Yeah.
first, it was so hard. I didn't understand it. I couldn't write lyrics. I couldn't write. Like, it was just so difficult for me.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until, like, he told me that I wasn't doing something right. Or I don't know. He told me, he's like, no, this sucks. So I think, like, you know, and constructive criticism, like, it usually helps. But for some people, like, they can't take it. So I don't know. Like, I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle the constructive criticism at first. So I was like, okay, like, damn, maybe I do suck. But then after, I was like, you know what? Let me see what I can do better. Let me see how I can figure this out. So, like, I just would go, like, on TikTok or YouTube because, I mean, everything's on there now.
Yeah, it's like the new
So,
Google.
yeah. So I just went on there and I would listen to other artists' music, like independent, non-independent, people who are signed. Try to bar from
figure out how to
bar.
do it.
Yeah.
And you're
That's how I
pretty
figured it
active
out.
on TikTok as well too, right? Like, 'cause it seems like you have a pretty
Yeah.
good following on there as well.
Yeah. There was a point where I wasn't, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna post something random,
Yeah.
even if it has nothing to do with music, I guess.
And what does it? What usually does it that like gets a lot of attention, like that you would be
think-
surprised by? It?
I think my personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, my personality for sure.
And
Just
so
like,
does that go into like your creative works whenever you're trying to plan out? Like, are you gonna like do you make that as a part of like your rollouts whenever you do have projects or singles that you're planning?
Oh, that's another thing. Rollouts, I kind of sucked at them for a while. I didn't understand it, and I think a lot of other people can get it. The marketing part is just like,
It's something that we don't ever think about until like, it comes to it. you
yeah,
know?
and I get like stumped. I'm like, oh my god, like I don't know what I'm doing. Like I
You-
do, but I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you have somebody that you bounce ideas off of?
Like, do I like like as inspiration of like
Yeah,
other
yeah.
artists.
Just whenever you feel like you feel like you're stuck or you can't really think
Yeah.
of how to move forward with the next idea that you want to have.
Yeah, I go on TikTok.
Yeah,
I see what's,
there's a lot of
trending.
influence on there.
There's a lot of
That makes
influence
sense
on
too,
there.
because
Yeah.
sometimes like I'll go on there just to look up stuff and
Yeah.
find ideas too. Especially, I know I do a terrible job of like even posting for the podcast on TikTok, which I know I
Oh,
should be, but it's like it does take a lot of work
it
to
does.
put all that together. And
Uh-huh.
props to you, because yeah, I'm terrible at posting content on there.
Oh, I feel it.
Yeah,
I feel
so-
it. It happens for sure.
So since now, like, do you still get like requests to like manage other artists, or is that just something that you're just completely done with?
I did when I first started, but
Mm-hmm.
now I thought about it, but then I was like, I want to work on myself. So
Yeah, just handle
So-
your own.
I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could like manage somebody else and then like do myself. No.
Yeah,
Yeah, not again.
yeah, I get that.
Maybe like in the future, like when
Yeah.
I'm way older.
Once you start getting a little bit more
Yeah.
well-rounded with everything that you learn. 'Cause I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
imagine everything, like, it's been a learning process, like everything
It
that you do, right?
is. It's crazy.
I did see that you have a show in LA this upcoming week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you had frequent shows out there in LA?
No, this is gonna be my first one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's gonna be exciting. Where are you performing at?
It's called Adults Only.
The venue?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wow, what kind of
Adults
venue
Only
is it?
bar. It's a bar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
How did that come to fruition?
So there's this company called Breaking Sound and like Doja Cat, Billie Eilish, like
Okay.
that's where they got their start at. Just like
Yeah.
a bunch of small artists. And so I found out about the company like 2 years ago. And so like I would email them and I got denied like twice.
Yeah.
And then sometime last month I got an email from like one of the girls that does the booking there and she was like, "Oh, hey, we would love to have you for a show." And I was like, "No way." Like I don't know, it was just crazy to me because I
Yeah.
got denied. I was like,
You weren't
"Damn."
expecting to hear anything
Yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah. And I would apply frequently. I was like, "You never know."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just
That's
because you
good.
got denied once or twice,
Yeah.
like third time's a charm.
And how many shows have you done out of state now, or is this your first out of state show?
It was gonna be so I did get booked in New York,
Okay.
but I had to miss that show.
Oh,
Unfortunately, yeah, it's okay. But I mean,
This
you know.
it was the opportunity.
yeah.
got.
So yeah, and then LA,
Okay.
yeah, those
So
are the
that'll be
only two.
exciting.
New York, LA, yeah,
Is there anything that you're gonna kind of prep for to go for that? Because I would imagine like
yeah.
here, I mean, you kind of know your audience, so you kind of know how to hit it here.
Yeah, I
LA
think
is like
yeah.
a different ballpark. I feel like.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be the same. I
Yeah.
feel it. Yeah, LA is super. They're more appreciative of like the arts. They're more.
That's what I keep hearing. Yeah. that
Yeah,
their
they're more.
scenes-
I wouldn't say supportive, but I mean like supportive in that way. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It is competition over there, but there's a lot of people who don't even do music and they love to go to shows. You know,
Yeah.
in LA. So
It's their thing.
yeah.
That's cool. I'm excited for that. I hope that I
Yeah.
wish I could make it, but I hope that show goes well.
Yeah,
for you.
yeah. It should. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be on a Sunday, and then I have to work the next day.
Ooh,
At
are you
8 in the
flying out
morning.
there, or how
No,
long is it?
I'm gonna drive 4 hours.
Oh, that's not bad
Yeah.
from here to LA.
No.
Oh yeah, that'd be exhausting, but well worth it, I would imagine.
Yeah. So I'm like, whatever, it's cool.
Do you have any other upcoming shows after that?
Yeah, just here in Vegas. So
Yeah.
like June 25th and then June 29th.
And where's that gonna be at?
The 25th one is gonna be at this bar called Artifice. I
Okay.
can't really pronounce it, but yeah. It's through this company called I Am Fest LV. Super, super good people. And then the one on the 29th is with this company too that I've been like performing with them for like the past year since I've started. Ninja Karaoke.
Yeah. Do you have any
Super
other
good
favorite
people.
venues that you like or that you would always want to keep performing at?
Ninja Karaoke is one of them. Super cool, super good people. A lot of people think it's like a place to go do karaoke, but it's
it's
not.
more a
Yeah,
venue.
but it's not. Yeah, it's a venue. Yeah. It's a bar too, so
Okay.
it's super cool. It gets pretty packed out. What other venues? I performed for this company called Tuesday Blend, so it's like a show where like artists perform on Tuesdays.
Oh, okay, like
yeah,
an open
every
mic.
Tuesday. Yeah, not an open mic. It used to be, I think, but now it's kind of like they have like 4 artists perform
Oh, okay, so
each
it's already
each
pre-planned.
month. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's exciting. Yeah, I definitely wish we had a little bit more time to explore a little bit more of the local spots here. but
Yeah, for
I-
sure.
I drank a little too much here
Yeah,
and there, and kind
yeah,
of got
I
a
feel
little.
it.
I'm definitely recovering still. Like
Yeah.
I've always thought to myself because since we're in Texas, New Orleans is down the road to us, so
Oh,
that's where I've always
damn.
gone to because it's kind of essentially the same. Like you get to gamble and drink whenever,
I hear.
but
Is
I
it
think
24-hour or no?
yeah.
Oh,
I think
damn.
the biggest difference is just Vegas is more flashier and more parties, and
Oh,
it's known
yeah.
for that.
More clubs,
New Orleans
more.
is like that's really just you have Bourbon Street. That's people go just get fucked up.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah,
have all the
yeah.
casinos that you have here.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I was trying to figure out what would be an appropriate amount of times to come and stay here because my buddy was telling me that he's here for like almost 10 days last time. I was like, I don't know how you
Damn.
survive that.
Yeah,
I was
10
like,
days is crazy. I mean, for somebody that's not from here, that's crazy.
yeah. So like I
Because,
feel
like, 10 days, you're like, shit, what can I do?
yeah, now from future trips, I'll probably just for sure do like a weekend or something like that.
Yeah.
Because it's overwhelming here. Here in
Oh,
Las Vegas,
yeah, I
it's
bet.
so
I can
much to do.
imagine. Can
So, but
imagine.
it's been a good time so far. So I'm excited
Yeah.
that I was able to make it out, and again, it was a pleasure having you come down and
Yes.
sit down with us. Um, we'll definitely have to plan something else in the future. Maybe if you ever make it to Texas.
Yeah.
But
I
just
need
for
to
those
go.
that are tuned in, you want to give out your social medias and where they can find you?
Yes. So my Twitter is Amy, and then JaimexL, and my Instagram is going to be AMY Amy. So Amy Jamie XLZ, and then my TikTok is the same as my Instagram, Amy Jamie XLZ. What else do I have? I have a Facebook page, Amy Jamie, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, y'all
Oh,
stay
Spotify, Apple Music.
Amy, Jamie,
Yeah, Amy
everything.
Jamie. Hmm.
Yeah, I
Yep.
had stay tuned and peep all the upcoming singles and projects. I'm excited to see what you have in store.
Thank you.
And before we finish off, I would like to end off on a positive note, as we were briefly talking about.
Hmm.
Is that something you would like to kick off, or would you like me to get a head start on that?
Yeah, you can hit start on that. Yeah, that's fine.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess for my positive note would be, um, I guess just I'm glad that we were able to make a. It's been a while since we've had a boys trip. We used
Oh,
to go to
yeah.
New Orleans every single year, and then
Damn.
COVID, and then a bunch, life happened, so
Yeah.
it gets a little difficult. So this is like the first time in forever that we've been able to meet and a few of my friends and
Yeah.
get to travel. Because
That's
that's
fun.
not so. That's something that's hard to do. Like get everybody
Yeah, for sure.
lined up for that. So I'm glad I was able to get a boys trip out of this, and obviously some work done and while we were out here. So
Yeah.
how about yourself?
Thankful to be here, sitting in this chair, but yeah, thankful to be here. Thankful for every day. I'm really excited to see where my career is going to be in a couple years.
Yeah,
Super, super
same
excited.
here.
Yes, yeah. Patience is key. Really is. I'm
Yeah.
impatient. I'm a very, very, very impatient person, but patience is key. Good things come to those who actually are a good person. Social media isn't real.
Don't be deceived. by
Social
that.
media isn't real. Yeah, it's not perceived. Everybody, always says stuff, but it all just matters on like who you are as who you are in real life. If you're a
Yeah.
genuine person to others, then the rest will prevail.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you so much, Amy, Jamie.
Yeah.
Again, we are here in Las Vegas. I don't know, it's perfect. I am Mario from the South Side, and I am with,
Amy Jamie from Las Vegas,
and we're out.
and we're out.